So if we're looking at the water resources of Latin America has many different rivers and is associated with many different oceans. If we're looking at water, the seawater, we got Atlantic Ocean again on the east side. We got the Pacific Ocean on the west side, and we got the Caribbean Sea on the northern side. So if we're looking at the water in regards to seawater, there's plenty of access to seawater. Now, the Amazon rainforest has a large amount of water. If you're thinking about a rainforest, generally, all those places along the equator have a very moist amount or a moist area because one, the sun hits them more and then generally causes more water vapor and more moisture to stay in that area. So there's a lot of moisture in Latin America. One of the major rivers there is the Amazon River. The Amazon River runs through Brazil and Bolivia and into Peru. So this major river is one of the largest rivers in the world. I believe it is second to the Nile River that is in Egypt. It's one of the largest rivers in the world. It has multiple tributaries, which means it has multiple different connections. And then it runs into the Atlantic and runs into the Pacific Ocean. So because of this, the Amazon is very diverse in its distribution across Latin America. The Amazon River is so large that most of it has been discovered or located or been tabulated, but a lot of it hasn't been because it stretches through so much land. Also, in the country's resources, we look at the rivers all across the Caribbean. The Caribbean has multiple rivers in those individual islands that connect to the different parts of the Caribbean Sea. Now, the water resources of Latin America are very important because where there's a lot of water, you'll get a lot of life. Life loves to be around water because water is a very useful resource and good for accessing different nutrients. Also, the water resources in Latin America is so abundant that the future for hydroelectric power is very likely. There is very promising possibility that Latin America could be a huge resource for hydroelectric power. This hydroelectric power can be useful for powering Latin American energy, and that energy can be distributed in an equal and clean way. So, in summary, the water resources in Latin America are abundant. There is plenty of water in the Amazon, there is plenty of water in the Caribbean Sea, and there's plenty of water in the Yucatan Peninsula, where there are large rainforests, and with that, there's a large amount of rain and precipitation. With that, that creates a potential for hydroelectric power and is also good for diversity in life. Alrighty, that is water resources. That is for lesson 2. Hope you have a good day. See you for the next lesson.